Hi, so in this video we're going to have a look at foot posture and just a kind of little awareness exercise to help raise awareness of how you're holding your feet. So you might be doing this because you've noticed that one foot is held in a slightly different way to the other. All we're going to do is so the foot that we're working on, so we're going to be talking about my right foot. Come into standing. Let your awareness come to your feet to start with, and then lift and spread your toes. Let them rest down on the ground, long, seeing if you can let your toes be long and maybe a bit of space between each of your toes. And then pressing down through the base of your big toe and through the base of your little toe and through the center of your heel. We start with just this awareness of pressing into the ground with that foot and seeing if maybe the arch can slightly lift. And we want to start to build a connection with what's going on at the feet and what's going on up around the hip. With the gluteal muscles kind of at the back of the hip, their role is to stabilize the hips. When we come onto one leg, they stop the pelvis from dropping down and the hip popping out to the side. And they work to control this external rotation of the hip as well. So they are controlling stability around the hip joint. And if they're not switching on as much, just in standing, especially in things on one leg, then the leg can potentially start to kind of come in a little bit. So we have this internal rotation. So what we might see is if your gluteal muscles aren't working as much, that the hip kind of comes in, the knee starts to roll in, then the shin starts to internally rotate. And as all of this happens, the foot drops in the middle, the arch drops, and maybe the foot moves out to the side. So we're going to be looking at coming out of that position. So starting from the feet, from the ground up, pressing down through the base of the big toe, drawing up through the arch, and then this gentle kind of maybe slightly moving in with the heel, out with the knee, out with the hip. Okay, so we'll do this in a little follow along exercise. I'm going to do 6 repetitions. Okay. So inhaling, grow tall, feel your feet dropping down into the floor. As you exhale, press down through the big toe, draw up through the arch, gently moving out with the knee, almost trying to screw the foot into the floor. And the arch lifts. Inhale, relax back to where you started from. Exhale, press down into the big toe, draw up through the arch. A little squeeze of the bottom. Keep exhaling. Inhale, let it come down again. And you can look down at your foot as you do this. Exhale, press down into the floor, draw up through the arch. Maybe shift the weight over onto that leg slightly. You're really working and feel as if you are working from back here in the bottom. Inhale, dropping down, coming back. Exhale, press, lift, roll. Inhale, coming down. 2 more times. Exhale, press, lift, rolling out. Inhale, coming down. Lift and spread your toes. Exhale, last time. Press, lift, roll. Inhale, coming down. Okay, go with the foot. So just 6 repetitions is a kind of daily thing, what you can try. And once you're managing it fairly easily, you can start to bring that into other activities, like perhaps bringing this position in and then coming and standing on one leg, or bringing this position in and like stepping up onto a step. All sorts of other exercises, anything that involves you being on your feet, maybe squatting, standing up from a chair. any other exercises you can think of. But this bringing awareness to the position of your foot, and it's not about completely changing it forever. It's making you more aware of where it is and being able to move into and out of that pronated position. Okay, good luck.